And good afternoon, everyone. This is Randy Young along with Dave Woollever. Welcome into our coverage of the 2022 Fayette County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. We're glad to have you with us. Our thanks to our corporate supporters for helping to present today's coverage of the parade here on WCHC. We want to welcome in, of course, our fine friends at the Chrisman H2O Water Conditioning and also Jim Van Dyke Automotive Center, who's been with us now for the last 5 years as the corporate sponsor for this parade. Well, of course, the rains came earlier today and has forced a number of floats or units that possibly would have been in the parade to make a decision not to be a part of it. But we still expect around 50 to 60 units will be a part of this parade. And, of course, Terry Summers is the Grand Marshal of this parade, and we'll talk a little bit about him in just a few moments. The parade, of course, left the Washington Senior High School just about 15 minutes or so ago. And we're, of course, Dave and I are up here at the City Administration Building. We're looking right down the main road here as we'll be able to see the bands come and, of course, the fire departments and what floats are in and the cheerleaders and so forth and the different organizations that will be involved in the parade as well today. So we hope to present it all to you, and we hope that you will enjoy our coverage. We'll take a very quick break. When we come back, we'll kind of set it up, and then we should be about ready to have the units starting to march past our location. So stay with us right here on WCHC and coverage of the 2022 Fayette County Chamber Christmas Parade.
Jim Van Dyke Automotive Center knows that Ohio wintry weather will be here soon enough. They remind you it's never too early to think about getting your vehicle winterized. Jim Van Dyke's, 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, Washington Courthouse, has been meeting the vehicle service needs of residents in this area since 2001. With their professionally trained staff and offering courteous service to their customers, you can trust the Jim Van Dyke name to handle your service needs when you need them, winter, spring, summer, or fall. Call for an appointment at 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000, or make an appointment online at jimvandyke.com. Management and staff at Jim Van Dyke's says thanks again to their many customers for your business this year, and they look forward to working with you in 2023.
Pretty good crowd here in downtown Washington Courthouse, getting ready for the parade to come down to the main downtown area. As we will tell you that the parade, as we mentioned, started at 3 o'clock exactly. The parade route left the Washington City Schools on Elm Street, and what they did is they turned left on Columbus Avenue and will continue through the downtown area to Circle Avenue, where they will disband at McHenry Field. Of course, we've had different locations throughout the years for the holiday parade since we've been here since 1982. And I know that sometimes in the past they started at the fairgrounds, went to the high school, if I remember right, Dave, and some other locations. But they shortened the route, excuse me, a couple years ago. And this seems to work out for everybody. We used to be out at the hospital, I believe it was the disbarred there where the people would get off the floats and stuff. The shopping mall out there by the high school also is a location where it either would start or end. So again, over the years, there's been different locations where the stop and start, but this is the route that they have gone with now for the last several years. Even though we haven't seen him yet, there's a long list of things that our Grand Marshal, of course, it's Terry Summers this year, while we're kind of waiting for the parade to come down here, and instead of trying to blitz through what they have written about him, we just want to tell you, first of all, a really great guy, Terry Summers. Of course, he is a husband, father, grandfather, business owner, and community leader, and has been selected as the 2022 Christmas Parade's Grand Marshal. Terry continues to show his commitment, dedication, and service to the community and to the families of Fayette County. Of course, Terry is a Fayette County native. He is the son of the late Robert and Eloise Beekman Summers. He's a graduate of Miami Trace High School from 1972. He also attended Cedarville University, Circleville Bible College, and Ohio University in Chillicothe. He's been married 43 years. Just celebrated his anniversary, I believe, just a couple weeks ago. Of course, his wife, Terry Lynn. they have two daughters, Vanessa and Mindy, and of course 3 grandchildren. Terry began his career at the funeral service in '72 at Kirkpatrick's Funeral Home. Worked at different funeral home before opening up his own business in 1991. Also, a couple of years before that, he had started the Fayette Ambulance Service. You folks might remember that as well. And that was operated until 2003. Terry's a member of the Heritage Memorial Church, where he has served as song leader and held several board positions. He has served on the Fayette County Board of Health for 35 years. He is a member of the Good Hope Lions Club and past board member of the Fayette County Chamber of Commerce, as well as a former dispatcher and jailer at the Fayette County Sheriff's Department. Terry states he feels privileged to have a business in Fayette County for over 30 years that helps serve the families of his community. Terry has always been a shining example of a loving family man, responsible business owner, community leader, and caring funeral home director. And so the Fayette County Chamber of Commerce has selected him as this year's Grand Marshal of the 2022 Christmas Parade. So congratulations to Terry, and again, well deserving of the honor. I'll probably highlight a few of those again just when he gets up here, but I thought, well, we have just a few minutes. And of course, you know, they usually give you about 10 minutes worth of reading stuff here, to be honest with you. And so I told Dave, I said, we'll pop in some of the long stuff while we're kind of waiting here a little bit for the parade to begin. As we mentioned before, the parade, when we received the list today, had about between 80 and 90 different units being part of the parade. But again, due to possibly with the weather that we had this morning or whatever, we will have some individuals or some units that were originally planned to be in the Christmas parade may have not decided to go through with that. So, you know, if once the parade gets started, it'll go at a pretty good pace. And usually, I'm trying to remember, I don't think I've gone to a parade here yet, and I've gone to about a lot of them. We've been here since '82. That, you know, depending upon the weather and stuff, you sometimes might have individuals that, for some reason, or churches or so forth, decided that maybe they want to not go ahead and be part of the parade, but still, we want to congratulate them for at least signing up and being a part of it. We will tell you that, of course, it's been a great day yesterday. Small Business Saturday was part of the whole Thanksgiving weekend. A lot of businesses reporting good success yesterday, except for the Buckeyes getting beat. But other than that, you know, it didn't go too bad. And, of course, as we mentioned today, the parade here kind of wraps up a big holiday weekend. A lot of folks coming back home for Thanksgiving season to visit with relatives and friends. And this is a great way to kind of wrap it up on a Sunday afternoon. I'm trying to remember, David. I think it's always been on Sunday afternoon. I think maybe they tried a Sunday night or Saturday night. Sunday night. We've done it before, yeah, on Sunday night. That was about maybe a decade or so ago. And that didn't go too bad. It was kind of nice just to do a little variety.
From the balloon glows, they were shooting off their fire as they were.
Oh, okay. Okay. So as you can see, they've had some different ideas of doing the holiday parade. Of course, Christy Bowers, who is the president of the Fayette County Chamber of Commerce, this is her second parade. And I think they're going to do just a little twist toward the end of the parade, but I don't want to surprise it too much. But it looks like they're going to try something a little bit different this year on the courthouse lawn, so you might want to keep tuned for that. We can tell you that folks have been lining up a great deal before the parade. I know that I left the house around 20 after 1 and went to grab a sandwich and was going down Elm Street. And there was folks already parking their cars in the parking lots of different businesses and so forth. And a lot of folks staying in their car. I think the camera's picking up. Yeah, I'm looking down at the screen Dave's got right next to me. And there are folks that are standing outside. They're waiting for the parade to go by. And so it's, 50 degrees. That's not too bad. we'll take that over the rain. Of course, Monday we were talking with Christy, and there was one of the things that was kind of concerning about the weather, if we would have a lot of rain or not, and that's why the word was put out, to kind of look at the different locations as to what the status of the parade may be, whether it be on or off or whatever. But the rain came this morning, which again was kind of nice. At least it now will allow the parade to be held here this afternoon. As we look out, we can see more folks are coming out to the downtown area, lining up against the street, watching the parade come down. I know that we've had, when we was at the radio station, we had numerous locations we was at. We was down on the big trailer when we used to do the announcing. Of course, we also was down by what used to be the First Federal Bank, a little bit where the brick building is. You might see that on your screen a little bit. We've been down there. We've been in front of the courthouse. So different various locations have been held. We understand, is it Dale and his wife? Just Dale? Okay, Dale Lynch is down below. We're kind of trying to help beef it up a little bit. Dale Lynch is going to be kind of doing the announcing to the folks that are around the area of the city administration building. And the reason for that is, of course, that the downtown area several years ago put speakers up through the downtown area. Unfortunately, you might remember last year's parade. What was it, 3 days before the parade? Somebody had a wreck and hit the pole where the main system's at, and they never was able to kind of get that fixed the right way. So they decided this year maybe to have someone down below and announce it to the folks that were least in the close vicinity of it. So again, hopefully this will be something that we'll be able to grow for the parade, as we're getting all kinds of texts from Christy. Let us know what's going on as far as folks that are in the parade. David, I'm looking down. We're probably about 2 blocks away or so from the parade being kind of in our location. So I have no trouble talking, so I'll just keep talking, okay? Scheduled to be here today, of course, includes different businesses. Miami Trace Band is scheduled to be part of the parade this year. Courthouse Band will be toward the latter part of the parade. We've got different like cheerleaders and some of the ball teams and stuff like that. A lot of businesses, again, as we mentioned before, with the weather conditions, some of them have decided not to go ahead and participate, which is totally their right. This is something just kind of give community spirit and stuff like that, be a part of it. But we will still have a pretty good parade here. I would say probably with the number of information I've got from Christy, we're still going to be around 60 or so units. And last year's parade was unbelievable. Of course, it had been 2 years since we'd had a parade, so the weather was beautiful. I'm thinking, well, we was close to 70 degrees last year, if I remember right, Dave. And, that figures. The year I decided I'm going to go ahead and just wear shorts to broadcast, it's a little bit nippy now. And Dave's wearing a sweat, so go figure that, friends. But anyway, as we mentioned before, last year was absolutely beautiful. It was the first time we had a parade in a couple of years, and 70-some units were involved in that. And again, the numbers were up around between 80 and 90 again this year. When it's all said and done, we'll find out how many exactly we had, but I would say we're probably going to be still around the 60 or so units, and that's still a real good parade, so we hope that you'll stay with us throughout the afternoon. I know I've been doing a lot of talking. We thought by 3:15 they would be down in this area. It's going to be closer probably to about 3:35. As I'm looking down, though, I am starting to see some sirens and flashing just a little bit, which means they are getting a little bit closer. So I'll tell you what, David, once these parade starts, it will go pretty quick. Let's go ahead and let's hear from our fine corporate supporters. And then by the time we come back, we should be able to start seeing the lead cars from the Sheriff's and Washington Courthouse City Police Department and get the official parade coverage underway. Stay with us right here on WCHC.
Since 1947, the Chrisman family has been serving Fayette County and surrounding communities. Jim and Mark Chrisman and their professional staff offers free estimates, free water analysis for your home or for your business. They offer residents and businesses water softener, water filtration systems, reverse osmosis drinking water systems, as well as bottled water. Water in your home should be safe enough to use. Give them a call at 800-335-2620. That's 800-335-2620. Chrisman Water Conditioning, 1020 East Market Street, Washington Courthouse.
All right, we're back here at the downtown location. We're again at the City Administration Building. We're looking downwards to see the parade is heading this way. We do see the flashing lights of the Sheriff and Police Department, and I don't know if you can see it yet. No, you probably will not be able to see it yet. They're probably about a block and a half away. Once they get here, though, they'll be underway and going by. You can hear the sirens. Again, our thanks to Chrisman H2O Water Conditioning, and also our thanks to Jim Van Dyke Automotive Center, today's corporate supporters, helping present this coverage of the Chamber of Commerce Parade. And we hope that, you can go back and you can watch that many, many times here on Facebook or also on our YouTube channel. As we mentioned before, different organizations will be involved in this holiday parade, which has kind of settled into that Sunday after Thanksgiving date over the last several years. And it seems to have worked out fairly well for a lot of folks. Kind of a nice wrap up for the holiday season. And, of course, the kids will be getting ready to, I think some of them are going back to school tomorrow. Others are going back on Tuesday. But I guess officially Christmas has arrived now, okay? A lot of folks right after Halloween want to go right to Christmas and forget about Thanksgiving. Don't want to do that. Don't want to forget about the turkey and so forth. But now I believe we're about ready to get officially into the Christmas season, as they're about half a block away from our camera site where you'll be able to pick them up. We can tell you that a little bit earlier this afternoon that the little excitement here, to be honest with you, at the downtown area, David. Well, we saw three cars, the police department go out and a couple ambulances. So hopefully, if there was something there that nothing seriously happened, we'll have a report on that if that would come up. All right. Well, we're just about ready to get this one underway. It's a good thing we can go on at 3 o'clock. We went on 3:15. I thought, 10 minutes at the most I would have to talk, and it's going to be closer to 20. So just hang in there with us, folks, okay? When you do live broadcasting, you just have to kind of guess that sometimes what the schedule's going to be. You probably can hear it in the background as, of course, to kind of start things off for the 2022 Chamber of Commerce Parade is, of course, representatives from the Fayette County Sheriff's Department and the Washington City Police Department. Our law enforcement representatives here at this year's parade, as more folks now are starting to line up closer to the main street area to wave, and also to get the kids out there a little bit to see the law enforcement vehicles come by. So I mentioned Christy Bowers is down at the Washington High School, and she's texting us all kinds of notes of changes and things like that. So we'll try to keep that up to date the best we possibly can as well, as the parade is still still hasn't, all of it still has not left the high school yet, David. They're still in the back part of it, so this could be a long parade. All right, well, there you go. Representatives from the Fayette County Sheriff Vernon Stanford and Washington Courthouse Police Chief Jeff Farina will lead off this parade. And, of course, right behind him is the color guard. Boy Scout Troop 112, traditional scouting experience where boys and girls can have their share of venturing into the great outdoors. Troop 112 is chartered with the First Presbyterian Church in Washington Courthouse. Also, we have members of Boy Scout Troop 7312, which is Fayette County's only female Boy Scout troop. This troop is outdoor focused and camps monthly. There meets Monday nights at the Fayette County Fish and Game from 6:30 till 8 p.m. And there's Terry Summers in the brown truck. You probably can't see up here. Tossing some candy out to the crowd. That's another of the boys and girls Cub Scout troops. And then, of course, right after them is the Miami Trace cheerleaders. They're walking along, spreading the Panther spirit and Christmas cheer. And, of course, they're right in front of the Miami Trace Panther Pride Band. Of course, Miami Trace, directed by Paul Bisler, Taylor Reif, Amy Strittenberger, and Jamie Etzler. The band plays always like to kind of be a little quiet, so that way you can hear them. Of course, once again, the band from Miami Trace High School. Of course, you will see this with both of our local bands. They have the big trailers that have to almost go with them every place there, David. With all the instruments and things like that. Then coming up right behind them, be coming into your screen in just a few seconds, will be some royalty. That, of course, is 2022 Fayette County Fair Queen, Libby Alshire, and also attendant Abby Brandt. Scheduled to be right behind them is the Fayette County Pork Queen this year, Lexi Hagler, and also Dairy Princess, Alexis Gardner. Scheduled behind them is Horse Queen Emily Turner and Lamb and Wool Queen Megan Corey. Alpaca Princess Bailey Miller and Dog Ambassador Lane Holstein. And the final car of the schedule of 5 is the Fayette County Goat Ambassador Emma C. and also the Fayette County Small Animals Queen Mason Atkins. If I remember correctly, David, I think we got a chance to interview about all of them during our Fayette County coverage. We now have a couple floats coming up. Patriotic float there. The different flags. Harper's saluting the Soldiers' Christmas to honor all of our veterans. Nice float there. Next, coming up, will be a float that, well, starting to make me a little hungry. It's the Gingerbread Man and the Ginger House. Following them is Carriage Court Assisted Living and Memory Care. Carriage Court Assisted Living and Memory Care, providing your assisted living needs for over 27 years. By the way, go back real quickly. I believe that was Awesome Real Estate that was in the float there with the folks with the gingerbread. As I mentioned, once the parade gets going, sometimes the notes I get and what happens that you see on the screen is totally different. So just have to bear with us a little bit, okay? We got some more royalty here, David. Some young ladies from the Scarecrow Festival that was crowned just here a couple months ago. Stage sponsor SVG Motors is driving the Scarecrow Festival Queens. Honesty Evans, we had a chance to interview her. Aubrey Piper and Kaylee Mosier. Also, we have some folks from Greene County Town Festival. That's around the Greenfield area. And they're going to have their next festival, a brand new music festival, June the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of 2023. Hope to see you there. Coming up next is the Fayette Bible Church. Following them is, of course, the Grinch. And, of course, they're there with the Jeep's Lifestyle. The Jeep Lifestyle is a community for Jeepers by Jeepers. Find our group on Facebook or at the Jeep, that's Jeep, lifestyles.com. Those are some nice Jeeps there, David. It looks like, what, about more than a dozen or so? Easily. I'm looking down 2.5 blocks, and they're still coming. No wonder it took them a little bit while to get down here to our location. So once again, that address is the Jeep Lifestyle, Jeep, Life, Life, Style, Style.com. All right. different collars. When Christy sent us the list, she, of course, doesn't know sometimes how many of these different organizations are going to be in the parade, how many different units they're going to have. This might end up being one of the largest, David, to be honest with you, because I've already counted almost a dozen, and again, they're all way, like we're saying, we're in the city administration building, and I still see Jeeps way down by where Pettit's BP station's at. That's 2 full blocks. Folks dressed in their Christmas outfits, waving to folks. American flags. Coming up in just a few seconds, you should be able to see some folks skating from Roller Haven. Roller Haven's a great place to have your next party. Grab your friends and family, come skate and have a great time. That's Roller Haven Fun Center. Coming up next is representatives from ERA Martin Associates Real Estate, your hometown real estate company, offering professional service to the community for over 40 years. Oh, and they're handing out candy. Kids love that. Tessa the Tesla. This is a 2021 Tesla Model Y. It's all decked out for the holidays, and wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. Well, our friends from Circleville are over here visiting today from Pickaway Manor Health and Rehabilitation Center and Assisted Living. Pickaway Manor is a comprehensive care community that provides dignified personal care to the Circleville community and surrounding Central Ohio area. Coming up next is representatives from the Republican Party of Fayette County. So they're grateful to be living in a free country. Have some of the different Republican office holders and representatives there. Coming up next is the folks from Optique Family Vision Care. Wishing you a holiday greeting from Optique. First from the First Presbyterian Church, wishing everyone a happy Merry Christmas aboard their float featuring a sleigh ride through the woods and the gifts that Jesus offers you today and every day. There's another float with a ginger house on it. This looks like it's from the Fold MG Gatekeepers, the Forgotten Ones, LE/MC Gatekeepers, Washington Courthouse Chapter, bringing the gingerbread house and the gingerbread people to life this holiday season. Would say they were tad noisy, wouldn't you? Gathering place is now coming by our locations. See a couple familiar faces down there. The Gathering Place Church, battle ready. Psalms 144, 1 and 2. Come up next is the Home Depot, your Washington Courthouse Home Depot, wishing you a Merry and safe Christmas. Classic DJ Service is next. Following them is folks from Vinyl Coffee here in downtown. Wow, look at these, David. The Electric Truck Imports LLC, electrifying your journey for the long road ahead. I'm going to have to check that out and try that one of those out to Chicago, see my grandkids Christmas time, huh? Nice collars and everything. I like that. I like that green one especially. Coming up next is the Grace United Methodist Church, sharing the message that Jesus is the reason for the season. You can join them on Sundays for their Sunday morning worship service at 10:15 a.m. Coming up next is the Dragon Angels Car Club. It's a local car club in Fayette County that supports the community through events that helps provide resources and scholarships for those in our area. Well, those are some nice cars, aren't they? I know when we participated several years with Mothers Against Drug Driving when my wife was alive, and we'd do the candy handout and stuff. For some reason, I always wanted to be the one who was in the car because I did not want to be the one handing out candy. Oh, man. You're talking probably a minimum, 5 miles from the high school to McHenry Field, I would think, with the stops along the way. But they're handing out information and treats to the kids, and that's good as well. Up next is the Salty Broads Patio, a fun downtown wine cafe featuring wine, also canned cocktails and good times. Of course, these folks are familiar to us, the Fayette County Early Learning Center, a free program offering Head Start and early Head Start options. They serve pregnant moms and children from birth to 3 years. They're also enrolling for Head Start for children 3 through 5. Of course, we have some truck there from the outlet mall, Destination Outlet, located in Jeffersonville, Ohio, your destination for savings, food, and fun. For more information, visit them at designated.outlets.com. Key Realty is coming up on your screen now. They have been the #1 brokerage in sales for Fayette County for the past 2 years. Hey, they even got Elvis to come in today. How about that? Wonder if he's going to sing a Blue Christmas. Never mind. All right. Coming up next is the Facts Advocacy Group. Their mission is to advocate that all people with disabilities should be treated equally and be able to speak up for what they want by serving as leaders and serve as team, TEAM, with all members of the community. You also got some members from the Fayette County Dragons, part of the Special Olympics, a sports organization that offers activities to people 8 years of age and older with intellect disabilities. The Dragons compete in basketball, bowling, track and field, softball, football around states. Of course, we just did a story. They won the state championship in football again this year. I think it's, 4 years in a row, something like that? Okay, we have the Southern Ohio Jeepers. It's a group of Jeep enthusiasts who love to enjoy a wide variety of Jeep adventures, all while supporting and serving those in need right here in our community. Check us out on Facebook. It's Southern Ohio Jeepers Association, and we hope to meet you and your family soon. Also, another Jeepers group, Nightmare Jeep. Nightmare Jeep from the Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm sorry? The Wi-Fi might be giving a little bit of a fit. Okay, if the Wi-Fi might be acting up a little bit, but just stay with us. We'll hopefully get through this. We are almost, I would say, another 10 to 15 minutes, and we should be about done. Of course, we are taping this as well, so if you feel you missed something, you can always go back and catch up on it later. Sugar Creek Packing Company. We love bacon at Sugar Creek. Everybody loves bacon, even Santa's elves. Next is a new business in town, the Atomic Credit Union. Atomic's new branch is now open in Fayette County at 1501 Columbus Avenue. Atomic provides personal and business accounts. Also, Atomic provides personal, auto, mortgage, also commercial and ag loans. The Good Dog Groomery. The Good Dog Groomery's clients, friends, and family with their beloved pets. Up next is another business here in town, LCNB National Bank, member FDIC Bank, located at 100 Crossings Drive. Happy holidays from our family to yours. Coming up on your screen now is Perfection's Pet Salon, where pets and family come together, become part of the Perfections Pack today. And yes, we have another group of Jeepers. Boy, the Jeepers are popular this year, folks. This is our third or fourth group, I believe we've had. This is from the Mid-Ohio Jeepers organization. They want to take this time to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's from Mid-Ohio Jeepers. I'm trying to watch the screen and talk about the same time, so it kind of matches up a little bit. Coming up in just a few seconds on your screen will be Honda. Happy holidays from LG Energy Solution and Honda, who are proud now to be a part of the Fayette County community. Of course, the big announcement, about a month ago, building a new plant facility here in Fayette County. Hopefully we'll create a lot of great new jobs for individuals. So we welcome them to our Fayette County area. Well, we got, let me see here, more Jeeps and cars. Coming up in just a few seconds, on your screen, you'll be seeing some representatives from the Washington Shriners Club and Aladdin Shriners. Shriners are a fraternal organization that supports what has become known as the world's greatest philanthropy, Shriners Hospital for Children. They're always part of the holiday parade every year. Of course, behind them, as you see the guys in the orange suits waving, of course, the different levels of ranks within the organization. They also have different units that goes to different parades throughout the area. Of course, this is the Provost unit of the Aladdin Shriners. do great work, not only children here in Fayette County, but throughout the world. And then, of course, coming up, wouldn't be the same without seeing some Shriners on the back of the fire truck there, David. Right behind them is Bus Excursions, Washington Courthouse own Celebration on Wheels. The party bus for all ages. The Bees would like to thank Fayette County for all of its love and support. Well, you might hear them in the background. Here comes the second of our Fayette County high school bands, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions. Let's give them a little listen in. Of course, band led by Matt Stanley and Ben Strittenberger. Done a great job. The band has that OU flavor that my partner in crime here, Mr. Woolever, knows a great deal about. Following them, of course, is the Washington Courthouse Middle School and High School cheerleaders. The middle school is coached by Emily Ann Schultz. High school cheerleaders coached by Valerie Campbell and head coach Tara Bevins. The Blue Line cheerleaders like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Next, we see some representatives from the Washington City School System that are in the parade today. Of course, I think most folks know about the Big Blue Bus, David. We've talked about now for the last several years. That, of course, is the service that they offer to students, especially during the Christmas time. They're not able to maybe have good nutrition meals. This program was established several years ago. It's been recognized statewide. And, well, they're just showing the bus to the folks. In fact, they have expanded their area. And, you know, they may have to get another bus, David, if they keep going where they're growing. And there, of course, one of the buses for the Washington school system. Coming up next now is going to be some loud noise, my friends. It's going to be some more of our big trucks, the big semis. Well, we got somebody working here and getting ready for Christmas time. As you can see, doing some welding work. I'm sorry, Tony's Welding? Tony's Welding Fabrications, your hometown metal fabricator, would like to wish our local community a Merry Christmas. Man, that's a nice float. There was some work that went into that float, folks. Tip the hat to Tony and his group. That is a beautiful float. I like that one. Coming up next, Walmart Transportation. Of course, we have the Walmart Distribution Center that's been here in Fayette County for many, many years. Has provided hundreds of jobs to the community. Round the clock, I tell you. And they're a big part of our community. It's from Walmart Distribution Center 7012 and Transportation 7812. Drivers are Kirk Claypool and his wife Robin, who was in the first tractor, and Nick Klontz and son Alex is in number 2. And it looks like we got some of the Walmart employees, either distribution center or transportation, handing out some more candy. Now here's where it's going to start getting a little bit bright on your TV screen once they get into the camera view. And that, of course, is from our different departments, especially road maintenance, engineering, and so forth. First one, of course, will be City of Washington Courthouse. Some things I don't think needs play-by-play, you know? Someone told me the difference between radio and TV is it's TV. People can see it. You don't have to tell them. They can see for themselves. Of course, the Fayette County engineer, plow truck driven by Andrew Bailey. Matt Moore is scheduled to drive the plow truck from the engineer department. And Chris Rambo from the plow truck from the Fayette County Engineer's Office. So we're very thankful for our engineers department. Does a great job keeping our roads up to scale so we can get around, not only here in Fayette County, but also in and out the county, as well as here in town as well. Coming up next is representatives from our emergency medical services. Among them include Box 65, a responder to first responders to keep them safe, nourished, warm, and cool as needed. This is a volunteer organization that helps out. We also have representatives from the Jefferson Township Emergency Medical Services, who provides residents, workers, and visitors of Jefferson Township with 24-hour advanced life support. Also, Medic 591. We also have a tanker, 551, a 3,000-gallon Pierce tanker. Engine 541. This Pierce fire engine will be retired the first of the year. It has served our residents for almost 30 years. And then, of course, I think most folks know the green-collared emergency medical services vehicles. That, of course, is from the Concord Green Volunteer Fire Department. They have their engine, rescue truck, and grass truck. They're wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. More of the squads coming by our location here in the City Administration Building. Okay, we need to be watching because we're getting toward the end of the parade here, folks. And it looks like our last fire truck is coming up. And yes, there he is. He's inside the fire truck this year. Santa Claus is here. And we're just about ready. And there's the tree. It's been lit up. David? Great job. Santa Claus has lit up the Christmas tree in front of the courthouse. Had that magic wand and just did a little flip there of the wand and lit it right up. Beautiful tree in downtown Washington Courthouse. Santa Claus, a great, great job there. Wrapping up the Christmas parade from the Fayette County Chamber of Commerce. And again, a little twist different this year. And that, of course, is lighting up the Christmas tree. We'll take one final break, hear from our fine community supporters. Then Dave and I will be back with wrap-up comments right after this.
Jim Van Dyke Automotive Center knows that Ohio wintry weather will be here soon enough. They remind you it's never too early to think about getting your vehicle winterized. Jim Van Dyke's, 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, Washington Courthouse, has been meeting the vehicle service needs of residents in this area since 2001. With their professionally trained staff and offering courteous service to their customers, you can trust the Jim Van Dyke name to handle your service needs when you need them, winter, spring, summer, or fall. Call for an appointment at 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000, or make an appointment online at jimvandyke.com. Management and staff at Jim Van Dyke's says thanks again to their many customers for your business this year, and they look forward to working with you in 2023. Since 1947, the Chrisman family has been serving Fayette County and surrounding communities. Jim and Mark Chrisman and their professional staff offers free estimates, free water analysis for your home or for your business. They offer residents and businesses water softener, water filtration systems, reverse osmosis drinking water systems, as well as bottled water. Water in your home should be safe enough to use. Give them a call at 800-335-2620. That's 800-335-2620. Chrisman Water Conditioning, 1020 East Market Street, Washington Courthouse.
All right, we're back here once again, our location up at the City Administration Building, looking down through downtown Washington Courthouse, and folks now are starting to disperse to go back home. Great parade this year, considering, unfortunately, the number of maybe some of the businesses and so forth that dropped out, but we had some brand new things. I mean, the Jeepers. I mean, we had, 4 or 5 different groups of Jeepers. I like the idea of Santa Claus there at the end, was inside, but he had the magic wand, and he lit up the beautiful Christmas tree there in front of the courthouse. So when you come through the downtown area, hopefully that will continue lit throughout the year, holiday season. We had the courthouse band, the Trace band, cheerleaders, different businesses that did participate. We thank them so much. Different churches that were involved in the parade. So we hope you enjoyed the coverage too. Once the parade got down around here, this area, David, I would say it was a good 35 minutes, and that, a lot of units. And we hope that everyone did enjoy it. I want to thank once again the folks at Jim and Marlene and Ray at Jim Van Dyke Automotive Center. They have sponsored our our Christmas parade coverage now for the last 4 years that we have done it. We want to also thank Jim and Mark Chrisman from Chrisman H2O Water Conditioning that came on board and helped co-sponsor the coverage as well. We appreciate these businesses. Let them know that you appreciate us being able to present this to you live. And, of course, again, you can go back to Facebook and YouTube, and you can watch this in its entirety again. And thanks to Dave for all the great job he did with the engineering part. Thanks to Christy Bowers from the Fayette County Chamber of Commerce working with her. And don't forget now, Christmas season's officially here. Don't forget to shop local. And have a happy holiday, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone, from WCHC.